All right.
You really want me?
My lords and ladies, a challenge match between Jeffrey Reginald Chamberlain III of Taxton with a clave and hammer, and Ivar the Vulgar with a bastard sword.
Are you ready, Jeffrey? For honor and glory. Lay on.
It is basically a different world. We all have mundane jobs, work in the real world, but it's a chance to live a play and be what you want. Barbarian, lord or lady, healer, costumer, dancer, fighter, knight. You know, everybody's read King Arthur, and somebody somewhere along the line said, well, I would like to have been this or that, and you can within the society.
Accidentally at over 50 feet over.
My lords and ladies, as King of Babylon, the land in which this mystical, magical arts fair be held, I wish to confer knighthood upon the most excellent and chivalrous man. Jeffrey, would you approach? Jeffrey, for chivalrous fighting. In the land of Babylon, I dub thee once, twice, thrice. Arise, Sir Jeffrey.
First of all, as those concerned about food and hunger, we should work together to try to end the cheap food policies wherever they're in place. And that means the United States should not aid and abet those policies by dumping our unwanted surpluses on countries that could produce more of their own food. Secondly, we should try to help provide production credit for countries where interest is high. Also, there's an enormous amount, probably 25% of the food that's produced on this planet that's now lost because of inadequate storage. We as Americans could do a great service to the developing world if we would help them to develop better ways of keeping their grain free from vermin, of whether they're insects or rodents, and also keep the grain dry so that it won't spoil.
Motion let be known by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Ayes have it.
The second item, out-of-state work. That certification is expected on or about...
So that agreement, whether you accept it or not, okay, pending your final determination, the substance in that agreement, okay.
We can vote on that, then maybe we can...
Fine. My question, though, the substance of it, whether or not you accepted it, that was agreed upon at that time, and now you're subsequently rejecting it.
We authorized University Council to proceed with negotiations with you along the lines that were reflected in that agreement. That's correct.
Fine, that's one.
That authorization has now been rescinded.
Okay.
White Hand Hall is a cross-cultural living arrangement, and there's students there from all over the countries of the world. I think that's a really good educational experience for anyone, rather than being isolated with, Oklahoma freshmen for the rest of your life.
Will you leave the school if they close the dorm?
Definitely, definitely. I'll have to find a place to stay for this summer, but I can get the money up and leave.
Back in 1889, the land had as much value to the people then as it does today. In fact, it was their whole value then. It was their livelihood. It was the thing they made their living on and from. Today, it's something many people use it just to make their profit from.
We had too much time to warm up as it did. Okay, let's go. That's that curve. Now straighten up, stay right there. Look at there. Oh, come on. 9 out of 10, that ain't bad. Even professionals do that. They mess up now and then. For a strike. We're going to have to get one, even if we do have 2 more games. Let's go. We're not champions. Okay. There it goes, right there. Look at that. I told you you'd get a strike. It's all right.
But I have one other final memory of the occasion. There was a sheet over the statue, and slowly they pulled the sheet down, and after the statue was revealed, why, then there was more speeches, and then Will Rogers spoke. And one of his opening remarks, as he looked up at the statue, he says, about that Oklahoma boy there, he says, that's the cleanest face I've ever seen on an Oklahoma boy. and that was his joke. But I'm over on this side, and I couldn't see it. It's a wonderful statue. It's a wonderful occasion, and I hope I can come back here many times.
Who's he introducing? And I just wanted to tell her and what makes her worthy of the recipient of 9. She graduated from Bethany High School and received. As we started on the activities concerning the modern Renaissance Ball and Oklahoman, who may well be the first lady in space. And if that doesn't qualify you for a Pioneer Woman Award, I don't know what does. And I'm very happy to present to her this.
It's possible that a residential customer's rates might go up $2 to $3 per month. It's likely that the heavy industrial commercial users that could go up by several $1,000s a month.
Mr. Hood's recognized.
Ready, sooner or later.
Like it?
then. The high parachute there. You fall back into it. Slick.
I want to ask the governor if he will veto the bail bond bill. This is the bill that Andy Coates has come out strongly against, and I find myself in complete agreement with the district attorney, and I hope that the governor will veto it, and I'm going to ask him to do this and hope that he will before giving an answer on moving confirmation.
It's coming in a little faster for us than it has in years past. Most of the wheat was ready about all at the same time, and thus consequently it's put a little burden on us as far as being able to handle it.
The Lord called me from birth. From my mother's womb he gave me my name. He made of me a sharp-edged sword and concealed me in the shadow of his arm.
Before you come forward to be ordained deacons, You must declare